grab a drink, take a seat. It's time to talk about games while we snack and eat. Feeling J, have no shame, but eat all the food in your pantry. You heard what I said, yeah. These boys are large and in charge. They're hungrier than Homer Simpson at the Quickie Mart. Oh yeah. Now it's time to start the show. Eat tacos and rock and roll. Take it away, Jay.
Hey, kids. This is the Fat Boyz Podcast.
Let's go! In the house, yo! Let's go!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first Fat Boyz Podcast with Jay of Cold Nights. How you doing, bud?
Doing good. I got lots of food, lots of drinks, ready to talk some games.
Me too, man. Me too. I don't really have a snack, but man, did my mom make the bomb ass meatloaf tonight. Like 4-pound meatloaf. Oh man, we have these green beans, so I got my bacon ranch up, seasoned up green beans. They're so good.
Yo, that's a vegetable. We don't eat vegetables.
We don't need vegetables, man. It's got bacon in it.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Man, it's fattening. She cooks the green beans with the ranch and the garlic, salt, and seasonings all in with the bacon, so it gets all nice and greasy. I swear, that ain't no vegetable anymore. When she's done with it, ain't it? And I put a little mashed potatoes in there too, because of course I got a Mountain Dew. Gotta have my Mountain Dew. What about you? What do you got?
Freedom for Nintendogs. I will not rest till all Nintendogs have been rescued and Nintendogs is on the Nintendo Switch. Freedom for Nintendogs.
Nintendogs. It's a serious issue. It really is.
But
I mean,
now to the food part. We have Rockstar Punched, which is the drink of champions. As we've discussed before, it gives you red urine and sweat and kidney stones. And then
everybody loves kidneys.
These delicious new Nutella biscuits. These extremely delicious. Okay.
I want those.
Never had them before?
No. I don't think we have them here.
They are also adorable. So this little Nutella cookie, right? And it's got the Nutella stuff like inside, almost like a chocolate gusher.
Oh. So like you bite into it and the chocolate just goes quack in your mouth.
Very good. Right. If you like Nutella, I think even dolphins like Nutella.
And everybody loves dolphins, so
last time I was at SeaWorld, I gave Nutella to dolphins, and now I'm not allowed back, but they did like it. And then
I almost
Kettle brand jalapeno chips. Now these have a good spice to them, but a wonderful crunch. So it's not like ghost pepper or like scorpion pepper level hot, but it is really good. And it has a wonderful crunch.
Oh, wow. That's awesome, man. I like kettle chips. They're so crunchy, and they just have a different texture that you don't get from normal mass-produced potato chips.
And I'm rocking the Pusheen hat because we don't want to forget that Nintendogs and Friends has cats in it that we have to rescue. All right, so we have to save the cats.
Have to rescue cats. Yeah, and it's really serious. It's a really serious issue. What's going on with Nintendogs? Nintendo don't care about Nintendogs, and we got to do something about it. We seriously do. So please, everybody, please pick up a copy of Nintendogs right here.
Pusheen likes pizza.
This is definitely a Nintendogs because it's got whatever the hell that is right there. So that's probably a cat or a dog or something. Or a furry. It's probably a furry. So it counts. This is also Nintendogs by Nintendogs.
How terrible. Unacceptable. Look, my copy of Nintendogs is even complete. It's got a nice little manual.
Ooh.
I'm putting out an appeal because I'm so nice looking. Everyone should buy me the other Nintendogs games I don't have. I'd really like the Dalmatian one. And I'd also would like Nintendogs and Friends for the 3DS. And if someone wants to get me that Switch dog and cat game, that would be great too. So I'm going to put my wish list in the comments down below. And anyone who buys me a game will get a special DM.
Yeah. He'll probably be kissing the Nintendogs case. He'll have a mass collection of just Nintendo games. Nothing else. It's only Nintendogs.
The funny thing is, I wish I could find it because they made a whole line of plushes. And I legit, when I was like 15 or 16, had the French Bulldog plush that was like Nintendog branded. But it's like long gone. But
they really made plush line of Nintendogs?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I actually will be having like
cool.
a huge Nintendogs retrospective coming out on my channel at some point. And I'll include all that. But yeah, no, I really did have it, and I love that thing. But
yeah, definitely go check out Jay's channel. Yeah, it's the Cold Knot crew, part of it. We love to have podcasts over there, but this is a Fat Boy podcast, and when you come on here, you gotta have some kind of food. I don't care what it is,
weird.
Whatever you like. You gotta have food or snacks. That's the requirement. So enjoy the ASMR of us chewing. It's delightful.
These are good. Give me a heartburn.
Really?
When you combine these with a Rockstar, it's basically like fiery heartburn. You're spitting like a Dilophosaurus in Jurassic Park. Just spewing acid onto people.
That's also their mating call, probably. I don't know. But you'll probably be in the bathroom for the rest of the night. But moving on from snacks and soon to be bathroom issues. What a show that Nintendo had for us at that Nintendo Direct. Lots of amazing announcements. I know when that one game popped up, that fashion game, I was like, this is a game for Jay. He's going to love this. He's going to spend like 1 billion hours playing this game. I know he will.
I am going to make my Cold Knights line of merch in it and, model it on the pretty anime girls.
Yeah.
And then we'll see. Maybe I'll find someone on Etsy or something to actually make Cold Knights bracelets and little beanie caps. Who knows?
Yeah. I'd love a beanie, Cold Knight. I'd represent right here. You could even have like the YouTube brand on the back of it. Like on the front it's the Cold Knights thing, and then on the back it says "Stay Creepy."
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I like it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I like it.
But aside from that cutesy fashion game, which I'll be honest, I would probably play a demo of it just to see what it's all about. What other games really stood out to you? Like what were the ones that made you go, "Oh my gosh, I really have to have that. I really want to play that."
So I'm kind of against the grain with most people. I'm not excited for Tears of the Kingdom at all. Metroid Prime, but definitely that fashion game. Samba de Amigo looks incredible. I've recently been playing Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line on the Switch.
Oh yeah,
like a Final Fantasy rhythm game. I've always loved the Persona dancing games. Parappa the Rappa. The original Samba de Amigo. I'm huge into Hatsune Miku. So I'm all about that stuff. So when I saw that kind of, I didn't expect it. I hadn't heard about it. So that was pretty exciting. Um, it was obviously huge that they finally brought Game Boy and Game Boy Color to the Nintendo Switch Online. You know, and I messed around with it a little bit, and I saw a whole bunch of people posting today on Twitter, and they're absolutely right. I was having so much fun, like playing Tetris. Like, that's crazy. Like these are things that we've just wanted for so long. And yes, I don't think they're going to put out 30 or 40 games for it this year. We're probably going to get the ones they dropped and the 3 or 4 they promised. But hey, we didn't have it before, and I think it brings the service that's offered more in line with the price. So I think that was a huge win. And then I know you're real excited about that was a Bat and Kaidos game. Card-based stuff is fun. So I didn't play them originally, but knowing what they're about and looking at, you know, what they showed, I'll definitely check that out too. But that would be after I do my clothing line and do a little dancing with Samba de
Amigo. For me, I'm like the total opposite in that spectrum. I commend people that like rhythm games and enjoy them, and I love the music. Let's put that right. I love the music, but I cannot play rhythm games to save my life. It's my version of Dark Souls, just like old school challenging platformers where you get like one hit and you all have to be very precision focused and get everything right. I can't do those. So those games aren't for me, but it's cool they're there. And Nintendo really brought a really nice quality of games, tons of variety. In the Game Boy and the Game Boy, all the Game Boy games they showed off were amazing. And I love the little hints at Golden Sun. They haven't forgot. It was right there in the corner. So we're gonna get Golden Sun, and that's pretty cool. Now I haven't really paid for Nintendo's membership. I'm kind of iffy on that because when it comes to the other consoles, they just don't have the features like dedicated party chat, and I'm not really inclined to want to pay them for it. I was thinking they were going to increase the price of the membership with that, but I guess they're not. It doesn't look like they are. And I can't. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I don't know if the Game Boy is for the more expensive tire or if it's for the $20 tire. You still get access to those. If it's with the standard membership, that's pretty dang cool. Is it the most expensive? I mean, I figured they would. Like, hey, you got to pay a little bit more. You want to have the access to Game Boy. But it's cool. And it just shows that how much passion people have for the old Nintendo games. And I really wish they would do more physical collections of these type of titles. We've seen Konami do with the Kawabunga collection. Who thought we would ever get a collection of all of those Ninja Turtle games again? I never did. Never thought it. I thought I was going to have to go out and buy one of those big ass 400 Walmart arcade machines in order to play those games again. So I'm glad for that, but I really wish Nintendo would do that, like more physical collections. And the thing you mentioned about Tetris, I actually have a funny story about that when I was a kid. So it was my birthday. I don't remember which birthday it was. Probably turning 10, 8, something like that. And I got the original Game Boy for my birthday with Tetris. And I was so excited to play it. And if everybody knows you ever had original Game Boy, it took like 4 AA batteries. It was a battery hog. It had no charger for it. And my sister took that and she played it for like hours, ran down the whole battery and got the highest score to where I could not beat it. And then gave it back to me and I got to play it for like 30 minutes before the battery dies. I was on my birthday. I was so mad at her. I was so pissed off. I was like, it's my gift. It's my birthday. How dare you do that to me? But yeah, I'm really excited for that game, Deca Police. It kind of gave me, the main character kind of gave me a Vash of the Stampede feel to him, the new design for Vash. He kind of looked like that a little bit. So that's pretty cool. And of course, Bat and Kaitos. Like Bat and Kaitos, it coming back is such a big deal. And I don't think a lot of people realize why that's such a big deal because on the GameCube, that was like the only Nintendo JRPG they had, like their own like unique one they had on there, and it was awesome. I think a lot of people feel like the car-based stuff is going to be really complex. It's not. It's there, but the game feels similar to Chrono Cross in the aspect of like the art style, the beautiful color, the world, the how it just kind of touches you. I remember when you see the opening cutscenes of Chrono Cross, it really just pulls you in. You're like, I'm about to go on probably one of the funnest journeys I've ever done in a game. And the fact that they brought something like this back, it makes me hopeful that they're going to do it more for other games. And if Baten Kaito sells well, we may actually get a third entry. And I really hope people go out and buy this game, buy these games, because it's very, very important. I never thought we would ever see this game again. I've been begging for this for years. And I did see a UK listing for a physical, so I hope there's a physical copy. I also saw one for Entrant Odyssey, so I'm hopeful for that too. It may end up making Nintendo say, okay, we're going to bring out Eternal Darkness and maybe somehow get Konami to release Twin Snakes again and other GameCube titles that are stuck on there that we really need back. So, yeah, I think it's awesome. We got awesome stuff in store.
They actually also, like right around the time of the Direct, dropped a couple of pretty cool games on the eShop. One of them that I was looking at, it's Hair Salon Cool Stories. It looks like you actually have to, like choose the hairstyles for like the anime characters, but you also have to listen to the stories they tell you, and you have to be able to repeat them back. It's kind of like a weird little interesting thing, and it's definitely like kind of like a shovelware indie game, but it's $3.99. It looked pretty cool. And the one that I was actually really excited about is from the Arcade Archives. They put out Magical Speed, and this is an anime card game. It looks like super cool. With like little anime characters and like little monsters that pop up when you're playing. And I believe these came out either the day before or the day of the Direct. So they're definitely something I'm probably going to like pick up later tonight and try out because they seemed pretty interesting. And they're both, I think one's $3.99 and one's $7.99. So, because there was a lot of other announcements that happened outside of the Direct. Like when they dropped the announcement about the Atelier stuff, like, it seems like everyone
that was really surprising too.
Huge frenzy of doing announcements. So it's always pretty neat to see what else is going on too.
Yeah, there is, and I know there's a lot of talk right now. People don't like that Tears of the Kingdom is going to be $70 now. And then the collector's edition is like $130, but it doesn't even have the equivalent of the stuff that Breath of the Wild one had in back then. But there's inflation and this and that, and Nintendo hasn't really given us a reason why. They did say that this doesn't mean that all these games are going to start being $70, but that's PR talk, and if they do it once, companies tend to do it again, and it does feel really weird that they would do this when you're in the middle or maybe the end of a console's life cycle. It would just be kind of weird. Like PS2 games used to be $50 brand new, and then imagine if one day you went to the store and like all of them were $60. You'd be like, why? And Sony would be like, because we wanted to. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense. When you jump to another console generation, it kind of makes sense because that console's more expensive. Games are going to be harder to make because they take more, resources. So I kind of understand that to an extent, but the Switch is like, it's outdated technology, and Tears of the Kingdom definitely looks like they are using Breath of the Wild's world and just putting more stuff on top of it. It's literally probably the same assets reused. You take your Zelda fanboy glasses off, I'm pretty sure you can see that it's kind of the same game. They did that with a lot of the Pokemon releases. That's how companies can kind of get games out faster. They reuse old assets. So I don't know. That's kind of the thing that people are kind of iffy on right now. But overall, the direct was awesome, and there was a lot of fun stuff to look forward to from Nintendo. Because regardless of what Nintendo decides to do or don't do, they always deliver on their games, and you can always count on having an awesome experience with that. What other games are you playing, and what are you doing outside of playing games? What kind of shows are you watching? What are you reading? What are you enjoying music wise?
Wow. All right. So, as far as games, Fire Emblem Warriors, I went back to that after I beat Engage. Needed some Fire Emblem. I was playing Tokyo Mirage Sessions a little bit. It has a little bit of Fire Emblem in it, not as much
Yeah.
but the Persona aspect is nice. And like I just mentioned, those two games, I'm probably going to pick them up. I don't know how deep they'll be, but they look like they're fun.
You always find interesting stuff on the eShop, which is cool. Everybody wants to play the newest, greatest thing, but you're always finding these really cool little games that nobody talks about, and I love
Yeah.
that. That's kind of content I want to see.
I've been watching. I'm a huge YouTube consumer. The funny thing is, a lot of the content creators I talk to don't watch a ton of YouTube. That's basically like my main form of entertainment. So,
Wow.
anyone that I follow or we're moots with, like I'm probably actually watching your shit, and I do comment on it because that's what I like. But as far as like the big guys, I've really been getting into Y Files. That guy makes hilarious yet informative content about supernatural or like conspiratorial events from the past. And
Oh,
what he
that's interesting.
does is like the first half of the show, he's reporting on the claims like they're real. And so he'll be talking about like alien abductions or like the Montauk experiments like they're real. And then at the end, he's like, okay, this is what really happened. And he's got this awesome like CGI goldfish with him that says like smart ass things. It's hilarious. Love it to death. So
I'm gonna have
I've
to
been
check that
watching
out.
Me and the wife just started watching the Last of Us TV show. We only watched the first one, but I think we're probably gonna watch the second one tonight. I think we're up to number 5, but the first one was incredible, and I know a lot of people that I talk with and hang out with really enjoyed it. So, kind of looking forward to that. But yeah, that's kind of what we've been doing.
Oh, that's cool. For me, I've been playing Strange Brigade. Nobody really talks about this anymore. The online for this is pretty much dead. If you search for a match, you're not going to find anyone playing this. But for what it is, it's really fun. I love the announcer. He's funny, he's witty, charming. The world is beautiful. And I like the little puzzles that you have to solve in the environment. It definitely has Indiana Jones and Uncharted feel to it. But the enemies are really repetitive, and we did the DLC last night because it was on a sale. It was weird. We platted the game, and then randomly we wishlist the DLC, and then it went on sale for like $3, and it's like a $30 season pass. So I'm kind of like, Sony, are you watching us or what? Because I don't know. But this game is really cool. And then tonight we're going to be playing some Evil Dead because that was a PS Plus game, and I love those Evil Dead movies. I absolutely love them. They're so awesome.
What do you think about the trailer for the new one?
I saw that trailer, And it reminds me of that other one they did remake several years ago. I only think I watched like the end of that. And that's going for a more scary horror thing and not the cheesy, funny, yet spooky vibe from the rest of the series. So, I mean, I guess it'll be okay. I'll probably watch it, but it's just not the same.
Mommies with the maggots.
Yeah, that's I mean, the trailer looked okay, but it's a different feel. I'm really interested in trying more at this game. We played about a match of it and it was fun. Definitely would like to get you in on it because you like horror games and it's just fun going around
I don't play video
blowing down dead eye. What?
games.
You don't play video games? You better change the name of your channel. Cold Knights Podcast from Cold Knights Gaming. Or you're gonna have to stop supporting Nintendogs because that's a game.
Free Nintendogs. Free Nintendogs.
Free Nintendo. He's gonna have that on his SD store with like a beanie and a shirt that says "Free Nintendogs." It's just gonna be a picture of him holding up the case, and there's gonna be like 100 dogs around him.
My PSA was completely accurate. There are hundreds of thousands of Nintendogs wasting away in closets and landfills. Nintendo, are you listening? Release Nintendogs on the Switch.
Get them out of that cesspool with the rest of the ET Atari cartridges and Superman 64, okay? Save Nintendogs, okay? Don't make me come to your corporate headquarters, Nintendo. I'll do it. And I'll bring 100 puppies with me as well. It's about 101 Dalmatians. We're going to go. Tell us more about what's coming up on your channel. What can we expect? You just dropped a video podcast with Allie. So what else?
So tomorrow we have a Valentine's MMO couple special. Me and the wife will be on, as well as Miss Mandia and her husband. So that should be fun. We should have a good time with that. And I have Andy B from Andy B Plays and Monganzu, a great kind of independent game journalist. We're going to have a little debate about Nintendo and Breath of the Wild. So really looking forward to that. That should be fun. And as far as content we have coming up, there will be a Nintendogs retrospective. And we'll also have very shortly an extended infomercial advertisement for the Rescue Nintendogs charity. So that's coming too. I've actually asked a couple friends to contribute to that. So that should be pretty fun to put together. We're trying to be funny, but we're also trying to be, still serious about the podcast. So trying to strike a balance between humor and actual like journalism or radio. So that's what we're doing. It's weeks like these that I'm on PTO from work that I'm able to put out tons of videos and come up with tons of ideas. I'll be back to work middle of the week, and then it will be back to being sad that I can't have the time to work on the stuff and only putting out something every week or two. So I really like to try to take advantage of this while I have the time. So hopefully I'll knock out a few more before Wednesday when I return to hell. And hopefully it'll be fun.
Yeah, man, that sounds pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to the infomercial. That's going to be really funny. And there's some great content creators to go watch. Definitely check out Andy. He does some awesome stuff. He's a passionate Nintendo and Pokemon fan. So definitely check out his content. I look forward to the Valentine's thing. I'm not much for Valentine's Day. I'll be honest. I don't like it. I don't. Probably because I'm forever single. So, of course, I'm not really going to care for the holiday. But, yeah, it's cool to see what everybody's got going on. So, I guess we're kind of coming to the end of this. So, is there anything else that you would want to say to everybody that's watching before we wrap it up?
Well, I just want to say that $70 is too much for a Switch game.
I
We get
agree.
into some pretty good arguments over the last couple of days. I'm just playing, but I don't want to pay that for that. But no, just been having a good time making content with friends, whether it's on my channel or like we're doing today with Phil on the Phil One Up channel, Fat Boyz Podcast. You know, that's the thing that, when one of my videos does shitty or I'm not feeling good about it, I got friends like Phil, Allie, Emily, Brandon. That's why I'm doing this. Yeah, I want to get rich and famous, absolutely. But if I don't,
Don't we all?
probably won't, I get to hang out with all these cool people. So that's what it's all about. That's why I'm glad to come on different things and invite people to my stuff. So keep the love in the community.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. That's what it's all about. Community, togetherness. I've met so many wonderful people like you. Jay reached out to me. I had no idea who he was. I was kind of nervous at first, but he quickly became a really great friend. And yeah, I'm glad we agreed to do this, even though it was kind of a joke, the Fat Boy podcast. But hopefully we can get some other guests and any YouTubers that we know that are watching this, fellow mutuals, friends, you want to come on, just let me and Jay know,
And even if
and
you're
we'll have you
skinny,
on.
we'll fatten you up.
Yeah, even if you're skinny, we'll fatten you up. So yeah, just let us know, and we'll definitely get you on. But thank you, Jay, for doing this first podcast with me. I greatly appreciate it.
Anytime.
And everybody go to his channel, subscribe, like, share his content. It's good stuff. And thank you for watching. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so. That's how you one up the channel. And let's all one up our collections together. Bye.